Now that the temple preparations are ready, David turns to the organization of Israel's spiritual leadership. He assigns the Levites, the tribe responsible for worship and service, into structured groups to ensure that when Solomon builds the temple, everything will run in perfect order. Okay, so this chapter shows David's heart for worship, order, and legacy, setting the spiritual foundation for the generations to come. The first part of this chapter covers David's final organization effort, okay? When David's old and full of days, he makes Solomon king over Israel. Then he gathers all the leaders, priests, and Levites to organize them for the temple duties. Even near the end of his life, David's focus is not on momentous or politics, but on worship and structure for God's house, okay? The second part of this chapter covered the number of Levites. The Levites are counted from age 30 and upward, totaling 38,000 men. Their duties are divided into roles: 24,000 to supervise the temple work, 6,000 to serve as officials and judges, 4,000 as gatekeepers, and 4,000 to praise the Lord with instrumental instruments that David made for worship. Worship, justice, order, and music are part of serving God. The Levites calling is both spiritual and practical. Okay, so the third part of this chapter covers the families of Levi. David divides the Levites by their ancestral families. The three sons of Levi. Okay, the first one is Gershon, responsible for certain furnishings and coverings. Second is Kohath, from this line came Aaron and Moses. The third line is Merari, caretakers of the structure and maintenance. Okay, these divisions follow God's original design in numbers, but now adapted for the coming temple. The fourth part of the chapter covers the line of Aaron, priests set apart. Aaron was set apart, and he and his sons forever to consecrate the most holy things, okay, to offer sacrifices before the Lord, to minister to him, and to pronounce blessings in his name forever. The priests, descendants of Aaron, performed the sacrifices while the Levites assisted them and maintained the temple. The fifth part of the chapter covers a change in duties. The Levites served the temple, not the tent. David lowers the service age from 30 to 20 years old because the Levites no longer have to carry the tabernacle from place to place. Now the temple will be permanent. Their responsibilities include assisting the priests in the temple service, maintaining the courts, rooms, and purification of holy things, preparing bread, flour, wine, and oil for offerings, standing every morning and evening to thank and praise the Lord, okay? Observing the Sabbaths, festivals, and appointed feasts. Their new mission reflects a new era, from wandering to worshiping, from the tent and the wilderness to the house of God in Jerusalem. What are the key lessons from the First Chronicles chapter 23? The first lesson is worship requires a structured service. David didn't leave worship to chance. He built systems that honor God daily. Okay, second lesson, every role in God's house matters. From priests to musicians to gatekeepers, all contribute to the same sacred purpose. The third lesson is preparing others as a part of leadership. David empowered Solomon and the Levites. Great leaders built legacies, not empires. Okay, and fourth lesson is praise should be continual. The Levites praised God every morning and evening, a model of constant gratitude. Okay, so in summary, the First Chronicles chapter 23, David appoints 38,000 Levites and divides them into roles for the temple's operation: worship, service, justice, and music. He lowers their service age, recognizing that the new temple will be a permanent home for God's presence. Okay, David's vision ensures that worship will never cease in Israel. Okay.